Mexico's President López Obrador has been pulling no punches as he warns the U.S. that Mexico won't tolerate any repeat of their historical interference in his country's internal affairs. That's as recent media revelations about how the U.S. spies on its enemies and friends alike are highlighting increasing tensions with its closest neighbor.
No se pueden.
Acts of spying cannot be used to find out what our security institutions are doing, and furthermore, with the arrogance of leaking the information to the Washington Post.
Obrador was referring to a leaked U.S. intel report that suggests increasing tensions within different branches of the Mexican army. Obrador later met with the U.S. ambassador, Ken Salazar, where he made it clear that Mexico will not accept American agents operating on Mexican soil.
No pueden haber.
There cannot be foreign agents in our country, no. We can share information, but it's members of the Mexican Army, Navy and National Guard who can intervene.
This all comes as the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency claims they've recently infiltrated one of Mexico's biggest drugs gangs, with 28 members of the infamous Sinaloa cartel facing charges for smuggling fentanyl into the U.S. Of course, the United States has form when it comes to covert operations in Mexico, with recently declassified documents even suggesting that back in the 70s and 80s, former President Jose Portillo was essentially a CIA asset.
Bill Sturbus noted that Mexico will soon have a new president, a man who has had control of liaison for a number of years.
The memo was focused on JFK's assassination and how Lee Harvey Oswald had visited Mexico prior to the Dallas assassination. This led to a vast CIA surveillance operation where the CIA tapped phones and spied on senior Mexican politicians. Unsurprisingly, Portillo is not the only Mexican president alleged to have worked for the CIA, with numerous Mexican presidents being implicated as CIA operatives from the 1950s right up to the 1980s. But it seems the current Mexican president is in no mood to play ball with the CIA.
We're not a protectorate of the United States or a colony of the United States. We're not going to allow any foreign governments to intervene in our territory, much less the armed forces of a foreign government. Mexico is a free, independent, sovereign country. We do not receive orders from anyone. The people of Mexico govern here.
No quieren abandonar.
They still have not abandoned the Monroe Doctrine. They do not want to change, so they believe they are the government of the world. They assume themselves to be the government of the world.
So, as Mexico lays down the law to the White House, it seems unlikely that the U.S. will change its behavior, with the unfortunate reality remaining that whether you're a friend or a foe, it seems Uncle Sam is watching and listening to your every move.